Okay, so here's a little simulation using bits of paper of how Kanban works. This is a wide open view where we can see the customer in the top right, as we expect. There's an assembly line with a couple of stations shown and a Heijunka schedule applied at station 14 as the pacemaker. This station is receiving 3 types of material to make 3 different product variants, A, B and C as usual. And I'm starting this off with full containers, including their Kanbans, waiting for assembly. You'll also notice on the left hand side there's a production storage location where there is 1 container of produced parts ready to move if they're needed. So we'll start by zooming in on the area of the assembly station, and you'll notice that there are some details here. If we look, we can see that this first view shows a container with, in this case, an orange Kanban card representing a withdrawal Kanban, and this Kanban is for 5 type A's. You probably can't read it, but it says on the left PS1, that's production storage 1, which is where we get the material from, and LS14.1, which represents the position of this container containing the A-type items. So I'll just zoom out a little bit there, and let's just have a simulation of what's going on. So we start manufacturing, we read the sequence schedule, it says make an A, so we get the material for A, and the first thing we do is we take the Kanban off and post it, and then take 1 component A out of the container and do the assembly operation. Time passes, the work is done, and we flow this item on towards station 15, the next station in the sequence. We read the next item in the sequence schedule, it's another A. We take another A from the container, we consume that part, do our assembly work, and pass it on. I won't show them going to the customer after this first step, just to limit the amount of paper moves. And we take the next item from the sequence schedule. Now, while this is happening, at some point a material controller is going to come around and take our withdrawal Kanban and start moving it towards location PS1, it says there. It hasn't got there yet, there's a distance to travel. So we carry on doing our assembly. Take an item out of the container, assemble it, and after time passes we move it on and take the next item from the schedule. All this of course is happening to tact, and the next item here is a part B, and again we take the Kanban card off when we start to use, post it and take a part B, do the assembly and pass it on. Take the next item, which is an order for another B, take the component part and pass it on. Now by now let's imagine the withdrawal Kanban has got around to the production stage. And when it gets here, the material controller takes the production ordering card off the container in PS location 1 and posts it. It moves back to wherever the production location is. It says here PM3. So we put the Kanban card on this container and it then starts to move back to location LS14.1. So we carry on doing our production in the meantime. The next item is a C, and we post that Kanban. We take a C item and pass it on. And we're back to A's. You can guess here it's going to be 3 A's. So we take an A, time passes, we pass it on. We take the next item in the sequence, it's another A. Time passes, we're about to pass it on. We hope now that if we've got our number of Kanbans right, and that reflects the lead time to get the material moved and withdrawn and produced, that this next container will arrive here, just in time, so that when we take the next item, we can again post the Kanban, take the first item off the container, and carry on with our assembly as before. Whilst this is happening, of course, the Kanbans, withdrawal Kanbans for B and C, follow their route to wherever their location is. It might be a supermarket, and again this type A withdrawal Kanban again starts making its route through the facilities, and at some point we hope there will be another Kanban card, another set of containers, or another container with parts in it that will have arrived as a result of that Kanban being actioned. And that's how the process operates.